Joining me on the podcast right now is Randy Fischer from the Bucyrus Historical Society. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, good so
That's
far.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
early.
How long have you been with the Historical Society?
You can count it in the number of months.
Okay.
I was on the Bicentennial Commission. I still am.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer, I was standing in front of the Historical Society when they were doing the opening up the time capsule, standing with a current board member, and I said, hey, you know, in the future, this would be something I'd really like to be part of. I mean, I love history. I was born and raised here. And I was thinking like a year or two out that would happen, and a month later I got the call saying, you're on.
Yeah.
And so, okay. So I think September was my official start.
Wow. So yeah, you said months. Yeah, not very long at all, right?
Right.
So so what's going on with the Bucyrus Historical Society?
Well, we're coming out of winter where we're not open, but the building, the museum will open up the Monday after Easter, I believe. But I think it's the 17th, I think, of April or something, for the season. One thing that just happened that I think would be interesting to most folks here is that we are now the repository for all of the Lieutenant Harry Martin memorabilia.
Okay.
For those, Harry Martin, our Bucyrus's Medal of Honor winner in World War II, was killed on Iwo Jima, saving his men. We had some of his stuff, and of course there's a display at the high school, but the family wanted to leave it with somebody. And in fact, the World War II Museum down in New Orleans was interested in having it, but they couldn't promise that it would be on display.
Okay.
But we did, of course. So we've got a number of additional items, and we're looking to display those prominently. And sometime this spring, I'm thinking maybe around Memorial Day, but that hasn't been set yet. So that's the latest and greatest thing that's going on.
Where is the Historical Society housed at?
Oh, you asked me. It's the corner. It's the old Scroggs house at the corner of Walnut and Rensselaer.
Actually, right down the road from where we're at.
Yes,
right?
yes, just down the street. So, and we need more space. We are bursting at the seams with stuff, that's something to deal with in the future.
Do you guys offer tours of the home, or?
Sure, sure. Yeah, you can contact. I don't have the number with me, but I'm sure you can. We have a website, and you can look up how to contact us. And yes,
mic issues today, right?
Yeah, there
you go.
Stays, okay. But yes, tours are particularly for groups and children. You know, we found out how history is taught in the 3rd grade. Schools.
See, that's a shame too, isn't it?
Yeah, and how much I don't know how much they could retain at the 3rd grade level, but I mean I had it when I was in 7th grade, and so we really want to. That's one thing maybe we're going to try to do more of is to connect with the schools and to get the kids, because Ohio, in particular, Bucyrus has Crawford County has a really rich history, and we'd like to share that.
Lots of manufacturing and everything in this county. I mean, there's lots of great things in Crawford and the whole county, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you guys work with other historical societies much?
Well, we are starting to. It's an interesting thing. In Crawford County, historically it's been Gallion Bucyrus, and sometimes there's some competition between the two towns for stuff, and don't forget Crestline in New Washington and all the folks that live out west in the western part. But just since the first of the year, there's some discussions actually going on with the other 3 societies in the county of possibly keeping our own individual identities, but yet creating some type of county-wide umbrella that because. For example, none of us have a curator and we're all looking for one. But it's an odd thing because it's not a full-time job for any of them, and nothing. A good person does not come cheap. anymore. So we're exploring the possibility, underscore the word possibility, of sharing a person that could be, and there's a lot of advantages to that, and one of them being that one person will know what's going on in each one of them and be able to say, well, you all have this in common, so why don't we do an event around that, or this galleon has this that would help Bucyrus, or vice versa, and just to we're small among individually, but I think together would be a much there's things that we could do together that would help all of us.
And that's just in the works right now, right?
That's just in the works. Yes, that's in the works.
Do you have any events coming up in the near future?
Oh, well, we have, the only event on the schedule is our Historical Day, which is always the last Saturday in July. I believe it's July 30th this year. But one of the things that I am actually in charge of events with the thing. I guess they saw what we did for the bicentennial, and they said, this guy could do events. So, so I want to try to do more. I know, and the other thing is to make some connections with some of the other, not just the other historical societies, but for example, I will say Bucyrus Public Library. They're doing a great job with events and getting kids especially involved. I understand they're looking to get heavy into like genealogy and offer that type of service for folks, and that's right up our so I think that'd be something that we could collaborate with them on, and maybe even share some displays. The Preservation Society in town with the train station, those guys and gals did a great job with that, and so we should really try to work together.
Yeah. Lots of collaboration, right?
Yeah. You have to. You can't. I mean, you have to work together.
Yeah. Now, do you have a website?
We do, and it's. I'm going to just say, if you Google Bucyrus Historical Society, you know the exact name. But and if I could, I'd like to, because I was on the Bicentennial Commission. I would like to say that's tied in with the Historical Society are the 3-volume Jim Cronice books that he wrote over a 25-year period a number of years ago about the history, not only of Bucyrus, but of all of Crawford County. And I know a lot of people have purchased them already, pre-purchased them, and we've been, they're late getting out, but the reason for that is that we discovered we're not book publishers. And the production costs were higher than we had expected, so we're lining up some sponsors, some local businesses that are going to be able to have in the front of the books be able to describe the history of their companies or their businesses here in town. So we're getting those done. They will be coming out this spring to be generally, but they are coming. For those of you who have purchased them, please have patience with us, and they'll be coming soon.
All right. Well, Randy, thank you for coming in today. We learned lots of great things going on with the Bucyrus Historical Society. I want to say History Center because this galleon, we renamed ourselves the History Center.
Well, and so did the state of Ohio. It's the Ohio History Connection.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, there's no plans to change our name.
No, that's right. So. There you go. Well, Randy, thank you so much for coming in today.
Well, Randy, thank you. Yes.